Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's time to get working back on project Z28. We're going to get her running. We're going to drive this car, but first, a surprise flyover by the Blue Angels. Enjoy. Damn, I can't see nothing. I hope I'm getting it. Huh? Oh man, gotta love the coffee. So what do you think about that, man? The Blue Angels flew over my house. I had no idea what they were doing here. I checked their schedule. There's no shows. I don't know. They must have been practicing. I know there's a lot of training areas around here. I know they're not too far away. They're in Pensacola. They're based out of there. Actually, when I was a warrant officer in the Army and I was in flight school, I had a very distinct privilege of serving on a funeral detail. Because there were times that we had to have breaks in training when there wasn't enough instructors or aircraft, and in between each little phase, like primary and instruments and stuff like that, we ended up with these details. So I went to Pensacola several times to do funerals, and we actually got to see the Blue Angels flying really low, or saw them right there on the tarmac, or I hate saying tarmac, that's not a proper word, on the apron, outside the hangars. So yeah, I know they're based out of Pensacola. I also know the Navy does their helicopter training, like the Army does it at Fort Rucker. That's where I was. And I know the Navy does it somewhere near Pensacola too. I'm not exactly sure where, but for like us, we had stage fields everywhere that we would practice takeoff and landing. So I think there's one somewhere in the area, because some days I just have like a ton of helicopters buzzing around. And this Navy guy's named to Fort Rucker. But yeah, so I don't know. It did appear to be a practice, because there was no set tone like the guy. He was just flying straight and just let off like a short stream of smoke. Nothing long, nothing controlled. A couple of like passes. It didn't last terribly long. Some of it was really low level. I couldn't see past the trees around here, but that was freaking exciting. I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, I'm like seriously sitting here in the garage, about to start filming this, and I hear a jet just rock over, and God, I can never remember the name of that base. But anyhow, like the F-22 Raptors are also stationed in the Panhandle as well, and I've seen a few of those. Not too often, but I mean, seen those. I initially kind of thought that's what it was a Raptor. I didn't expect the Blue Angels. I've never seen them over here, but yeah, so pretty exciting. So yes, time to get back on to Z28. Don't tell the wife, I got some parts on order. Nothing major. Basically, I talked to Ken at First TPI, and I got to thank him. Thank you, Ken. You're a great person for support on this project. I was asking him about the valve covers. It's hard to explain to people And I'll show you on the next video when we actually do the gaskets. I've explained this again, but it's kind of hard. You have two different types of valve covers on small block Chevys. The later models went with this, a center bolt, to avoid holes here, because in earlier cars like my '69 Camaro and that, they tend to leak. It was horrible because you had to put a hole in the gasket. So they designed the center bolt. Now, I know it might be a little bit hard to see, but there's a channel here. Yeah, right there you can see there's a channel that this gasket sits in. Alright? So this is designed to plunk down, and the cylinder head should snap into here. What happens on these profiler heads, they're also designed for the perimeter bolt. So what they did is right here on the head, there's a round thing that sticks out like that. That is the threaded part for the center bolt, for the perimeter valve covers. Okay, so you have your cylinder head would be like this. Just pretend this is the cylinder head. So somewhere around here you have something protruding out for the bolts, the thread in. The problem is with those bolts sitting there, it's hitting this inner lip and it's not letting this valve cover sit flush. So I bought the chrome ones that are on there. What is happening now is this corner piece right here, these corner pieces match the cylinder head almost perfect. So there's no overlap. So the corners of the valve cover gasket aren't going past the cylinder head. It's sitting flush. So basically the lip of those valve covers is hitting the head, so it's not having a chance to push in on the gasket. So I had another viewer tell me about some double thick gaskets. They sent me a link to it. I looked at those. There was no dimensions on that, so I went with what Ken recommended. These things are, I believe, about a ½ inch thick. I think they're like 7/16, something like that. Thick. They're pretty thick. He recommended those. So I have them on order. They're going to be here shortly, and we'll go ahead and pull these valve covers off. We're going to put those gaskets in. We're going to start the car and hope for the best. If I don't have any oil leaking out, then I can proceed to figure out what else is going on. I do think I have an issue with the idle air control circuit. I'm still having a problem with this car idling, going from one extreme to the next. It like wants to stall and then comes up. So I'm thinking that the idle air control might be whacked, so I need to pull that out and check. The first TPI does make it a little bit difficult because like if this is your intake, the front of the engine going this way, it's running with the engine, so it's between the runners basically. It's underneath between the runners. The factory one was sideways, stuck in there sideways, really easy to get in and out. This one is underneath, and here's one of those helicopters that I talk about that I always have to dodge when I record this because this really picks them up and they're loud, so stand by. Alright, so we're going to take care of the valve covers, and then then we're going to try to get this thing running and go from there. Hopefully we don't have any antifreeze issues. If we do have antifreeze issues still, that means the heads have to come off. Really hoping not have to do that. Really hope I don't have to go that route. I just took this whole intake manifold off, as you guys remember, and we redid all the gaskets because I did have a slight vacuum leak coming from that front piece. So this time we put it on really carefully, did it right. It seems like it's working. It seems like, you know, it's running pretty good. Right now I have a problem with the throttle cable stuck. Ken designed this intake based off about like an 88, I think he told me. So of course they changed the throttle cables. The one that's designed for it has a pin and there's like a big oval slot that slid over. Mine had a barrel connector, almost like, you know, like what you see in like a weed eater or something. The cable goes around, has a little barrel, locks in, and then wraps around and works the unit. I cannot find that cable anywhere. I did order one, I believe it was on Rock Auto, maybe it was Summit. I got it. It was too short, it wouldn't reach, so I couldn't use it. So I ended up just cutting the end of my cable off, which I really didn't want to do, and I put another fitting on, and something happened. I don't see it up close to where I cut it, but I do see as it goes into the thing, like one of the cables looks like it's popped out. So something came unwound, and the whole throttle cable's absolutely stuck. I can't even begin to drive this car because I had no way of working the throttle. In fact, to move it over here to this side of the garage, I took a piece of wire. I literally have a piece of wire. Oh, I can't reach it, but you might be able to see it right here. I have a piece of wire that I use to manipulate the throttle, so I could just get it over here, because without it idling very good, it keeps wanting to stall when you put it in gear. So I'm gonna listen. Sparty Nation's never done me wrong. He tells me leave the cam alone. He seems to think it's gonna be good. So alright, man, Sparty, we're gonna see. I'm not eager to get into the cam anyhow. I mean, if I had to go that far into this engine, then I think I've mentioned it before, I might just end up putting a whole new short block in here, just all new pieces. So we shall see. So that's what I got going on. That's what's gonna be coming up. I kind of just want to get this video out there. I know some of you probably tired of RV stuff. Sorry, I'm fascinated with it, man. I love camping. I've always been an outdoorsy person. That's kind of like probably what some of us go into the military, because we're outdoorsy people. But man, I'm loving it. I'm having a good time with it, and hopefully you enjoy some of it. If not, you know, hey, we still got cars, man. The cars aren't going anywhere. We got the shop, so still a lot of room for a lot of stuff, man. Cars, coffee, and life. Camping. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing running one way or another. Even if I have to pay somebody, I might even run it to Ken. I might see if Ken can't work on it because he knows his intake. I mean, if it comes down to me having to get this cam out, I might just seriously put the trailer on the RV, bring this thing up to, I think he's in Wisconsin. That's a drive, but man, I'll go there, man. That'd be cool. I'll be near Canada. I can stop, see my bud Top Hat, and maybe Sand Key, be in the area. So yeah, we can do all that. So, like I said, if I get the oil to stop leaking, I can leave the engine running, and I can work on getting it tuned. And with the throttle cable, I can actually drive it. So hopefully with this, I'll be able to go ahead and proceed. Once I get it running, I'll be able to diagnose the idle air control valve, and then we can let it run long enough too to actually see if antifreeze is leaking. I mentioned it earlier, I do believe, but the tuner, Brian, he sent me a tune, something him and another guy worked on for somebody that has a tune port with a very large cam. So he sent me the tune, asked me to try it out. I told him I will. As soon as I got it running, like I said, been a little sidetracked with the RV, man. It's just, I've been wanting to get this stuff done. Like I said, it's done now. So, I mean, I have one more project I'm going to do on the RV, and then that's it. I'm just going to drive and enjoy it. But before I go, you see this little light back here in the corner? Do you see that? Want to go check it out? See what that is? Let's go. Check it out, man. Cars, Coffee, Life. Ooh, baby. Look at that. I did order that quite a while ago. I saw it on Facebook. It's a company called Dope Neons. I'll leave a link down below. Go ahead and check them out. Also, I'm affiliate with them now too, so I'll get a small commission if you buy. But not only does it not add anything to your cost, you get to save 10%. You get it 10% cheaper than what I paid using my code. So link down below, go ahead and use my code. I think it's LTW10. I have to double check, but I think that's the code off the top of my head. It's been a while. Things coming from overseas is really delayed. Like my wife sent her sister some stuff to Russia. She sent some clothes over there, and it took over a month. This took me about 2 months to get. For some reason, you pay in English pounds. Like I said, I saw the thing on Facebook. I thought they were out of England. But no, it came out of China. So that's probably why it took an extended amount of time. So just be weary of that. I mean, it's a pretty cool sign. The only thing, I wish the LEDs would go all the way out. And then, like, with my logo being so big in the middle, it kind of blocks some of the light hitting the cars and life part. It lights up the coffee part pretty good, but it doesn't light up the entire sign. But still stunning, man. Bam, there's my logo. You can send them any image you want, anything. You could do one. Hell, man, maybe I'll do one in Project Z28. Just send a Z28 and do a red LEDs, because you can change the colors. They have a multitude of colors, and like I said, you can type up anything you want. But Bob's billiards, my man cave, anything you want. You can take any picture of your dog, your car, anything you want, logo of your channel, and they can make a sign from that. That's all I did. I sent them a copy of my channel logo, and they made the sign. So I know nothing too much exciting on this video. Sorry, I've just been doing so much RV stuff. I wanted to put it out there that I'm going to be doing some work onto this. It's just that with the parts coming, the throttle cables coming on eBay, the valve cover gaskets I ordered from another company. I'm not exactly sure when the stuff's going to arrive, so it's probably going to be sometime next week before I put out a video of us actually getting this thing running. So I just wanted to put something out there, let you know that, man, she's here, she's in the garage, she's safe, she's sound, and we're going to get her running. One way or another, we will get her running. And then hopefully, man, this whole Corona thing will go away, and we can do some car shows and events and things like that. And I'm seriously thinking about doing a video calling out Just 6. What do you guys think? Need everybody's help with this. He's got his CAMARO, his 5th gen, Pro Charged. You guys know I have my 6th gen that's Pro Charged. Now he's got more work with an extra clutch and a cam, but I have an automatic. I think it'd be a good race, and I'm not terribly far from him. I mean, it wouldn't take me but a day to get there. So what do you guys think? Should I call him out? Maybe see if we can't go Pro Charged CAMARO, a little street race. Let's do it, man. Let's try to call him out. Let's see where it goes. Alright, everyone, thanks for watching. Like, shares, comments, definitely appreciate it. And don't forget, man, reach out to Just 6. Tell them, say, hey, man, L to the W wants to race you. CAMARO versus CAMARO. Till then, we'll see you in the next one, and we'll get this thing running. I do have some RV videos that are going to be popping up. Some stuff that I've worked on in the past. I'm going to be spitting them out as well. But the most recent video, or the thing that I'll be working on, whatever, will be this car. So, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.